jaBROni, JABRONIXYZ ABC. It doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the jaBROnis presented by bodyslam.net. I am Topher McCann, joined with your reigning, defending, undisputed jaBROni world champion, Mr. Mike Butler. What's going on, brother?
You have a new mic?
No, I just
Sounds clear. Sounds very, very like you're too good for this show type of microphone.
I fixed things up. I got better lighting. I'm trying to...
That doesn't affect your microphone.
I don't know. You know what I am missing, though? That beautiful title.
Title
over there.
Which one?
Wow.
God, losing all of this here.
That's all. I mean...
Wait, hold on.
That one's like technically really yours. I mean, the other one's up for grabs. Different moments.
I'll risk my face so that the computer can get the belt in there.
But it's beautiful, and they will be defended later on when we do picks.
Yeah. What the hell is up with this? I'm just realizing I'm looking at this card. I'm going to put these down because I'm also the official jaBROni statistician.
This is true.
Record all of our picks, but just know that they're here and present. This is going to turn out to be the biggest title defense I think either of us have ever had. I guess if you want to count 2-night WrestleManias.
Yeah, it's the only, which I assume we're going to be doing again, adding up.
Yeah,
2 nights.
Yeah.
But yes, this is we got 12.
12.
We had 2 on the buy. Well, I liked it originally where they had the buy-in announced and the whole card. So it was like 2 buy-ins, and then they ended up doing this little Redbeard came back, so they ended up adding that last minute. I mean, usually the buy-in is 1 match.
Yeah.
So I mean, everything's must-see from the buy-in to the main card. So
yeah. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot that went on this week, and a lot that is currently going on as it is 6 o'clock. And at 6 o'clock, the doors opened at MSG, and there's a pretty big live show tonight that has, and I just tweeted this out, has created a lot more buzz, in my opinion, than AEW Revolution. So we're going to be also keeping an eye on that because you just sent me the text that WrestleVotes tweeted out saying to keep an eye out on MSG. Don't know how we're supposed to do that when it's not televised, but whatever.
Twitter,
I guess.
Twitter,
I guess. So we'll be keeping our eyes out for that, depending on how long we're here for. But lots happened. Lots to talk about.
What are you thinking? What do you think?
I have no idea, and that's the greatest part. Like I have no idea, and this is how you keep TK, man. Take some notes, all right? This is how you keep people on their feet, on their toes, because I have no idea what's going on.
Let us, the deets of the
and
house.
Neither do the dirt sheets.
Nobody knows shit.
Nobody knows nothing. Is it Cody? Is it not Cody? Cass.
I just
said
don't.
Something. Meltzer said another thing. Cass ended up winning, I think. I don't know. And it's on a live show, so we won't know, really. Could be nothing. Could be something.
What was Cody going to show up at MSG on televised?
I entirely doubt it. They would not do that.
To what? Wrestle Brock? Who's wrestling Brock for the title? It was supposed to be Bobby, but
they haven't announced anyone. And apparently Roman Reigns is also supposed to be defending his title tonight, but they have also not announced that person either.
Okay.
But there is another title match, and that is Finn Balor defending against Damien Priest.
let's start there. That's part of the title here. We had new champions crowned this week. We'll start off first with your boy Finn Balor defeating Damien Priest, and then Damien Priest cut the because of you people heel turn
Because of you.
which didn't make sense to me, honestly.
See, I felt like it was unnecessary. I felt like a heel turn was kind of come for him anyway. So, in my opinion, I felt like he worked as a heel anyway in this match, and then I guess he just kind of solidified it. I didn't think it was two baby faces facing each other, So, I mean, I hope that it kind of leads to the Demon versus the Damien, but I don't know if it will or not. I mean, it doesn't really need it. I guess it depends on how the build goes the rest of the way. Excuse me, but I love first off, me being here talking about Finn. I'm always gonna say that he deserves the world. He deserves the biggest title. He deserves the Universal title. He deserves the WWE title. I'm glad he is the United States champion. It's better than what he was doing. It's something. Hopefully the reign will be booked better than what the Intercontinental title had been getting booked as, because Damien Priest had a really good U.S. title run. And I would hope that the reign for Finn would be almost like that.
It was needed, I feel, just me personally with Damien Priest. I feel like, honestly, since they got rid of the whole shooting the bow and arrow and they changed up, because, of course, we're getting rid of the old NXT, and that was old NXT. I don't know. I felt like I started losing interest in them. I was a big fan of the bow and arrow into the Tron.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't lose interest in him. I mean, I think he's one of the better built up stars on the WWE roster, to be honest. I mean, I don't think they've really messed him up too much, which is saying something.
They've actually booked him very well. Yes,
that's something that you don't hear all the time. Is that I haven't gotten sick of him yet. Obviously, you put him up against probably my favorite superstar on the roster, at least the Raw roster. I'm gonna be like, fuck you, Damien. I'm tired of you. But really, I'm not tired of him at all. I just prefer Finn over Damien.
What do you think about this from the Pro Wrestling Podcast? Was chiming in here a little bit. What do you think about this?
Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't say it's dead, but that definitely hurt it for sure, a lot.
That was rough.
That was terrible. That was terrible. It was awful. I'm only saying that it's not dead because I don't want it to be dead. But I mean, logically speaking, am I interested in the Demon after he let a turnbuckle stop him from winning the Universal title? You're not that impressive. I'm not gonna say I'm not interested in the Demon, but you're not that impressive of a Demon. Like Kane's Demon's probably got a notch on you. Just saying. But Kane's like
friend of the show.
Yeah, a devil's favorite Demon who is really not in anyone's good favor recently. I'm so glad I got that Kane bit out of the way over the summer rather than doing it right now.
Yeah,
I don't think that would fly.
Yes, we would have got canceled already.
Yeah. Would not have gotten a lot of good people.
I think we're uncancelable, but you never know.
Never know.
We had on the lines of that, because we were talking heel turn as well, because we kind of had back-to-back heel turns on Raw, because following that we had the closing segment of Raw, which we had Edge come out and we were going to find out who the WrestleMania opponent was.
Yeah.
And we saw the crazy Edge come out, which was fantastic right after the initial blow, and they just had that shot of him with the hair all. I'm always sold on it. I was like, This is great. And then we had some concertos, and we have, which many people wanted, including us, AJ Edge, WrestleMania. Did you think it was going to be anybody else?
There was like a tiny bit of me that thought maybe Cody, since it was the main event spot on Raw, but not really. I kind of figured it was going to be AJ. I was kind of shocked that they did the heel turn. I guess it's a yearly Edge heel turn for WrestleMania, which I'm cool with. I like heel Edge. He's gonna explain himself on Monday. I want full blown rated R superstar Edge, and that's something he does very well. So hopefully that's what we get.
Yeah, and I like slowly. I mean, we had now the face AJ, the back. We want back in the title picture soon enough, hopefully. And I mean, I don't want to get a little ahead of ourselves. We'll talk about that match in the future. We had another title change this past Friday. It was said earlier in the week that internally on SmackDown's roster that Ricochet was listed as the number 2 babyface. And then I just went back and thinking of like, yeah, we've always watching SmackDown saying SmackDown's great or whatever. And it's been a good but all of a sudden I was just thinking, I was like, whoa, is that really true? Is Ricochet the number 2 babyface on this show? And then just come instantly where he has won the IC title. And
again, I loved it. I love their mid-card champions right now. I really do. Ricochet is somebody who should have been pushed as soon as he got there, in my opinion. If you watched his Prince Puma days in Lucha Underground, which is where I got familiar with him, holy crap. I think he should have been pushed a while ago. And when you look at it on SmackDown and you take Drew McIntyre out of the equation and you take, I guess, Brock Lesnar out of the equation, who is that top babyface on the roster? I can't really think of anybody. So I have no problems with Ricochet being labeled. Like, I don't like the label because it sets an expectation, but if that's how they're going to push him, then I'm all for it. I don't think, you can definitely see a big like underdog story between Drew McIntyre and Ricochet. If you go that route, no one would expect Ricochet to beat Drew McIntyre. You can go there. You can have a Roman Reigns Ricochet match.
yeah, we keep Drew and Ricochet. I guess they would stay away from each other.
Yeah, I guess if you're doing that, yeah, you would. But
I do like how it took the title off of Sammy and away from the Knoxville Sami Zayn match, which was good. They didn't need the IC title, and that's fine. We got Logan Paul with the Miz against the Mysterio. We got it's WrestleMania. Hollywood comes out for WrestleMania. So
what do you think of that? Because there is a little bit overabundance, in my opinion, of stars.
Well, it's two this year, and I was thinking, it's Hollywood next year.
Technically 3. I mean, because if you want to, do you count Pat in that a little bit? Because I do.
Oh yeah, it's a celebrity match. That is true. I mean, he works for the company, and I thought it was
yeah, I guess.
But definitely, like out of there's 2 people coming from Hollywood and being in matches, and I'm thinking next year it is in Hollywood. What are they? I mean, if they have 2 special matches with people from, celebs in, I mean, next year could be. I mean, we can get a Survivor Series match with the I don't know, the Ocean's insert number here people.
You could. Little Brad Pitt, little George Clooney. I get you. Well, I think next year WrestleMania they're definitely banking on having The Rock versus Roman. I think they were like, "Yo, Rock, don't make any movies in April of next year, like at all. All right, bro, because we need you so much."
Does Roman still have the title at this point? You're booking.
Yeah.
And he doesn't lose to The Rock, so this continues for another. He's champion for over 600 some days, and
Yeah.
We don't know who. What did you say? We said that Braun Breaker is the dude who beat him.
I don't want to think that, but
I thought we were talking about that like a few weeks
we might have. I think we were, but
which we don't even watch NXT.
yeah, like it just seems like it's the obvious answer. Braun Breaker is their guy, their future guy, I guess.
Yeah, I still can't. I've not watched. I'll see it through like match clips on YouTube whenever they put up all the clips and you can see what matches there are. But it's rough sometimes.
Oh, Warwick with the love. Thank you. That's a heart. I don't make a heart well, but that's a heart.
Well, thank you.
Zoltan! Sorry.
Oh, Zoltan. All right, we didn't even get to.
We haven't even gotten into the meat of. That's you know who that is, Toph. That's Jiu-Jitsu Gym. Remember?
Well, really?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Back on the old channel, the old
days.
Some fireside chats.
Which now knowing I probably should have trademarked it because a lot of people use that nowadays.
That's still around there. You can find our draft from. I remember pulling it up and finding it a few months ago. Our first ever. I was at my very old house from a long time ago, and we drafted. It'd be funny to go back and that's it. Oh, I already have an idea. We're going back and we're doing we'll pull it up. We'll do a little we can do a little reaction thing to it. Are you showing off the title while?
Yeah, I don't know if Jim's ever seen it.
Talking about potential show ideas.
Here it is. All right, sorry. Anyway, no, I like that idea. The reacting to her. Like,
we'll watch the old one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good jaBROni cast for you.
And
so how about where we at? Pat against Austin Theory. What do you think?
Yeah, so they were kind of like last week. No, so it was this past week on Raw when Austin Theory which was great. It was just like, what if Pat McAfee like jumps you or something? Which was just such a funny.
Put him on his toes. I like it.
I was like, okay, yeah, that could happen. So I was happy that it didn't happen at the show. I was happy that, which I guess we'll talk about after this. I was happy that it was a straight interview like it was. And of course, there was controversy online after the interview, like always. But again, we'll talk about that in a second. But Austin Theory, it makes sense once it was saying that Vince was going to have a match at Mania or something. It was instantly, it kind of just made sense. Like Austin Theory, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think instantly when McAfee's in a match, since he's gotten some end of the year jaBROni awards before. I want to see him win. I feel like he always loses when he's in these.
Did Adam Cole beat him?
Yes.
And he lost the War Games match, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
and then
I don't think Austin Theory is gonna, but I don't know. I like it. I think it's the only other thing I was thinking because Corey Graves tweeted something. It's just like, all right. We can wrestle.
I don't think it's set in stone. I know it's like technically set in stone, but I don't think it's set. Because I think they're gonna do something at Survivor Series potentially. If Corey Graves comes back like wrestling and still does commentary or something like that, I see an angle where they can actually have a match between commentators on each different show if there's a brand split at the time. But you know what I don't know. I could see them doing like it could.
Who would great? No, if they did a tag too, like oh my god, Michael Cole and Pat McAfee tagging with each other would be hilarious. Main event Mania with it. Let's go. Night 1 and 2.
Whoa.
Make it a turmoil match, whatever. Just they'll beat everybody.
No way. Cool.
But yeah, what do you think about the whole McAfee Austin theory?
Well, like I said, I don't think it's necessarily set in stone yet. I think there's a chance that it could go back and forth between Austin Theory. I so want to call him Rev Theory all the time. I don't know why. I cannot.
That's the band.
That's Randy Orton's band.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Anyway, I think it's possible. If it is Austin Theory, I don't think it's a terrible idea. It's just I don't think we've seen enough of Austin Theory to see if it's going to be a good match or not. Like, can he carry that match? I'm sure he's fine. But I think Pat McAfee has to win. Over 1 million people watched that, which is more than AEW Dynamite this week. But over 1 million people watch it. You're gonna have a lot of eyes on that. So I feel like you have to have Pat win.
I can tell you right now, when we make our picks for, I will be picking Pat McAfee.
No, yeah, I'm 100%. I'm not gonna pick Austin Theory. I can't even get his name right. Are you kidding me?
Now, what would you think if towards all of a sudden it's Mania and you're like, oh yeah, you are wrestling Austin, but not Austin Theory. Glass break.
That'd be so dumb. That'd be so dumb. But I mean, that would also be kind of cool. But I
just thought about it. It would be, yeah. It would. I would not want to see that at all. But that would be fun. That would just
see Pat eat a whole bunch of stunners.
Comeback matches against Pat McAfee. That's what did it. That's what did it finally.
Yeah. No, thank you.
And on McAfee still. Now, what did you think about that the interview? Because I saw people calling McAfee a bootlicker and whatnot afterwards, and I was just like,
"You're gonna have look. This dude hasn't sat down for an interview in what they said 17 years or something, 12 years, something like that.
Costas interview.
You're gonna find people that are gonna be bootlickers or whatever you call them because he's works for the company. He didn't answer hard hitting questions. I thought Pat McAfee's questions were really good. I mean, he mentioned AEW, he mentioned the releases. Vince just kind of answered them in a way where, like a politician would. He danced around them a little bit, and you knew you expected that. The questions that he did answer, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you right now. Some of the questions that he answered, it made me sit back and think, damn, he's got a good point. Like the whole, he really explained why he likes the term superstar more than professional wrestler. And when he explains it, I get it. That makes sense.
And you don't hear that ever from him. You just hear all these blurbs from backstage or people release like, oh, this, and this, or this, and this. Don't sneeze. Well, but you don't sometimes hear an explanation from him. And when, like you just said, when you hear an explanation told like that, you're just like, he's got a really good point.
Got a really good point. And then it goes back to those the releases, and it's like, well, is this this guy can wrestle, but is he WWE superstar caliber? And if Vince thinks that Keith Lee is not superstar caliber, then Keith Lee is not superstar caliber. So, and I know there's a point where he has to listen to the fans, and he says he listens to the fans, and people are thinking he doesn't listen to the fans. That's a good point. But at the same time, at the end of the day, it is his decision. And if he thinks that X, Y, and Z are not fitting that WWE superstar mold, then that is his decision. And you can't argue with him about it. He made a lot of good points.
Yeah, and I saw, because I remember Satin said this interview will, and I'm not the biggest Satin fan, but I saw him tweet this will be looked at, this interview, and then he was getting ripped and McAfee were getting ripped. But I was like, I thought the questions were great. I thought what you could tell when he asked before he said AEW, the way he was asking the question, I remember watching it going, oh, he's I know where he was leading to, but I was just like, say it. I remember watching it, and I was saying that out loud while it was happening. And then he said AEW, and I was like,
Yeah, absolutely.
So he didn't I think he asked. I mean, regardless, though, everyone who's a wrestling fan has been watching wrestling for all this time and all the way back to and Vince McMahon being an on-air character. Yourself are going to have so many questions for him that you would want to ask him that you just hear. Like, I mean, God, like I would sit down for, like I said, I remember someone was in the room and I was watching it and I was like, I could watch this dude get interviewed for a day straight and it still wouldn't be enough.
Yeah.
Like I was just, even when it came down to the releases and about business decisions and about and he was saying with families and kids, like, I don't know. He just always, a lot of things I thought it was awesome. I thought it was so entertaining.
Pat admitting to Vince that he black boxed WrestleMania for years also was really, really great because a lot of us kind of do that now with AEW pay-per-views. Pretty unbelievable.
And it was funny like that. Like it was very loose. Vince dropping F-bombs and it was just, I don't know.
I want to hear Vince say fuck all the time now.
I think it's going to be more, man. I think when you have, he already works for the company. He does the weekly show. He's gotten Brock on. I mean, he's literally the guy now where it's like you can have he has access to almost anybody on that roster to have on there and just go on and kind of like Vince did it. Like, yeah, I feel like it's going to be more of that's that loose interview. I mean,
he's had Bobby Lashley on there, I believe, too, right? I'm pretty sure he's had. I think that happened leading up to elimination.
The video, did he have him on? He did, I think. Yes.
You know, he's had these guys, and it's just we haven't seen the guys that we want to see. You know, I mean, like I would kill for a Pat McAfee Roman Reigns interview. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that kind of stuff.
Did they do that?
Did they? Because if so, I got to look it up.
No, they did Cena. Cena was recent. They did Cena for Peacemaker.
Yeah.
I don't know. He like I said, he gets huge guests, and he's just been getting even bigger and bigger. So
yep.
I don't know. That was I thought the hype was. I thought it lived up to the hype. I thought it was.
I agree. I believe it did as well. I believe it did as well.
And then the other big story this week, the big announcement that Tony Khan, not Shane, bought ROH.
Look. What? Why are you laughing? Here's the deal. All right. I'm not going to shit on this. Okay. I'm not going to shit on it. I'm not going to shit on it.
Sure,
no, look, I'm sure in a lot of the channels that we broadcast to, this is a big fucking deal. But for me, you bought ROH. You bought a company that canceled itself a couple months ago. They bought a company that now what's it have, like just random shows pop up here and there?
They have a Super Card of Honor they're doing for Mania weekend. I mean, it's the library. I mean, it was every one of AEW.
It's the library, and that's what it is. And back in the day, WWE bought WCW probably for that purpose too, even though like it wasn't like officially said, at least. It didn't get around the like dirt sheets like it does nowadays. But yeah, like, hey, kudos. You can do a lot of stuff now, and that's great. I don't think it was like to me, it was not a massive announcement. Like I'm sure it was massive to him and his coked out brain, but that's okay. I prefer not to see him on TV ever again.
He was pretty.
He was doing stuff for sure.
He was pretty.
All right.
It was because of you guys that we got through the pandemic, and thank you very much.
You did this, but 17 years before somebody else did this, and now I own that place.
I bought it with I got money. I bought other things with money too. You want some of this stuff I bought with my money?
I bought Keith Lee, but I don't put him on TV.
I have him. I'm gonna make him climb ladders and stuff.
Andrade is okay.
You want to go? You want to do ladders? I got ladders. We got the guy in the denim. The orange guy's going to be on the ladder. All right.
Uh,
See you guys. All right.
James asks if it's gonna be run as a separate company. I don't think so. I don't think it will be. I think they'll bring ROH guys in all the time.
What was their television deal with Sinclair?
Do they still have a TV deal?
I don't believe so. I don't know if any. I mean, I don't even know how they were I know they were putting a show on. I really don't know. I guess people will just. I saw the ROH talent all tweeting like, "Yo, what's good, Tony? Just let you know, like I'm."
So like we have like all right. So like we, you have the Mecca there. Do you think we see Brian Johnson on?
Not now. I know he's with another promotion. I believe he might be wrestling tonight. I can't remember. MSG, dude, is the Mecca gonna be?
What? Oh my! Whoa, Brock versus Mecca. Whoa!
But I do like that potential. Maybe there's something in the future. Maybe there, the Mecca could show up. But I think, yeah. I mean, overall, the announcement was
listens to this.
What?
Not after Tony listens to this.
Dude,
that guy.
Excited. Coked up Tony's like a character. That's all. We're
not talking about Tony Khan. We're talking about Koki Khan.
Nice. That's exactly who we're talking
about. Wasn't my best, but whatever.
So,
what else happened?
We got the champs.
We got Tony.
We got McAfee.
We got Vince.
We're going to be I mean, the last thing we're going to do is hop on and do the we're going to do the predictions for Revolution coming up.
I'm going to defend the title. I'm going to defend the title successfully.
All right. So I want to get on this real quick because it's something that we've talked about since it premiered. It premiered this week. It premiered, I believe, on Monday. But I have something to say, which may have to continue us over. But for now, we have to hop into it real quick.
My name's Corey Graves.
My name is Carmella.
I've never worked out with Corey before.
I can't tell you what's going on between my legs.
I mean, other than like in the bedroom.
All right, we've switched up now. It's you talking, Corey and Carmella, to me. And this actually I want to be a real thing, but I have to admit something right now.
No, I'm going to admit the same thing here.
I have not watched one of them yet. I saw they premiered 2, then I saw they put one out in the middle of the week, and that's the third one.
So you didn't watch any of them?
No. How many are there?
So they're releasing it every day.
What the hell?
Yeah, so I've watched the 2. I've only watched the first 2, but they released one Tuesday, Wednesday, and I believe Thursday. So I think there's like 5 right now, but I've only watched the first 2. Okay, so let me tell you this, and my wife watched with me. All right, and she doesn't watch this WWE stuff all that much anymore, but she watches reality TV. She'll watch Total Bella. She'll watch Total Divas.
Give it to me on Hulu. Give it to me.
Yeah. So she immediately hated this.
Shit.
I was like, dude, what are you talking about? But like immediately, they're starting to they talk. Carmella talks about sex a lot. Like she's a fiend.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, man, don't they expect their like 12-year-old fan base to like come across this? I'm like, I guess those 12-year-olds are growing up early, because my God, there was a dildo in one. No, not a dildo. Excuse me. Well, got my sex toys mixed up. There was a vibrator in one.
Whose was it? Corey or Carmella's?
Pretty sure it was Carmella's. It was pink, but I'm not sure.
You never know.
Corey didn't seem too embarrassed by it. Actually, he did. He did, because he's like, to his brother, who I don't know if you've seen a clip of his brother. Did you see a clip of his brother? No. It's like Corey on steroids and more of a tool bag, which is crazy, because it's like Corey's pretty big tool himself. But you get like the whole tool shed in this one. And he's helping him move, and he spills the box over, and it's like, oh my God, handcuffs.
I love it.
Pink
This is great.
vibrator. They're so crazy.
This is riveting YouTube reality television series at its finest, and I can't wait to watch it. How many episodes do you think they're going to be doing?
God, I feel 10, maybe.
How many are out so far? You think about like
5 are out right now. But dude, immediately first episode, opening scene, they're talking about. So like, I guess they have this podcast that they do, and it talks about like their relationship and shit, which is cool. You know, never listened to it, but if you want to do that, that's cool.
I heard that's a thing.
That's good. It's a thing. And so they get like DMs all the time from like people who watch the show. And it's like, I forget the context of the DM, but like someone was like, oh my God, how can I fix my relationship? Or how can I be more sexy in my relationship? And Corey was like, oh, you know, you just gotta do it yourself. You know, you gotta do it yourself and stuff. And Carmel was all like, what? Do it yourself? And he's like, yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta do the work, you know, and stuff. It's like, Carmel was like, do the work. So like you do all the work, and he's like, yeah. And she's like, who sucked your dick last night? I'm like, what?
Did Corey Graves go, not you? I can suck my own dick.
Oh no, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for that, but like, no, he didn't do it. Yeah, you know, the first 2 episodes are based on they're looking for a house in Pittsburgh. You know, they're in an apartment, I think, or at least renting. They want to buy, they want to own, and so you know that's the basis of the first 2 episodes. You know, they're looking for the house. They finally find their house. Then in the second episode, so Carmella has like this nice case with her SmackDown Women's Championship in it, and Corey, some bitch breaks the case, lays a little crack on it while he was trying to pack it, puts a t-shirt over it to hide it from Carmella, because he doesn't give Carmella enough credit to lift the t-shirt and notice it, obviously, because why would you?
Yeah.
But man, it was like their problems weren't that, like it wasn't like a big fight or nothing. She's like, look, I already forgive you. All you just gotta say is I'm sorry. She makes it seem like it's so easy, but it's not. It's never that easy. You say I'm sorry, it don't matter 2 shits. You still get into that fight, which they did not get into. This is a relationship show that I think a lot of couples, mine included, should be watching.
All right. Well, I think that we should do like a sideshow. It doesn't have to be that long, but I think we should we could maybe hop in like doing a bunch of episodes, maybe like talk about the first like 2, 3, or 4 in one, and then the next.
Wait, I'm not done. I'm not done. Carmella looking for these houses. She is your typical, like, you're the movie Clueless. You watch it?
Oh, absolutely.
And it's like the typical, like, girl.
As if, whatever.
You know, like she turned down so many houses when they were looking because the closet wasn't big enough. Shower. Oh, she turned down a house, I think, because they wouldn't be able to have sex comfortably in the shower. So she was like, nah, house was perfect for them except for the shower. And Corey was like, well, dude, you know, if we can't have sex in the shower, you know, this house is no good. So on to the fucking next house. Like this poor realtor, who is Corey's friend, has nothing better to do than to find you a house with a bunch of sex rooms.
I mean, that's like the first ask, probably.
Probably.
Like, we need a big bathroom. This is riveting. All right. So again,
they settled on a house that doesn't even have a big enough closet, but that has an extra bedroom that they will now turn into a closet. Essentially,
and there's a big enough shower to have sex in it.
There was no complaints.
All right. So, I mean, soon enough, we're going to make more of a deep dive into the show that is sweeping YouTube, and it's changing the game for YouTube reality.
They jam-pack a lot in 10 minutes. They really do.
But for now, I mean, that was you talking Corey and Carmella to me.
My name's Corey Graves.
My name is Carmella. I've never worked out with Corey before.
I can't tell you what's going on between my legs.
I mean, other than like in the bedroom.
All right, riveting stuff there. What a great show. What a great show within a show.
Good stuff.
All right. Should we get into this pay-per-view?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do it.
Getting the pay-per-view, we'll make our picks, then we'll do jaBROni of the week, and then we'll see anytime during it we'll see if there's any MSG updates going on.
Yeah, I am constantly refreshing my Twitterverse to look for them. But yeah.
All right, so
let me get the official jaBROni's statistician notebook out.
I also have something written down, so I'm going to write down yours as well, just to keep up as well.
Oh, okay, cool. No, that's awesome. Now, keep in mind, everyone, that these AEW pay-per-views, they're very hard to predict. So it is and I'm pretty sure both times that I've lost this, it have been on AEW pay-per-views. I might be wrong.
One was at
SummerSlam. I lost at SummerSlam too.
And one was a TV. One was like a TV.
Oh yeah, it was a TV because I got ballsy. It was an AEW TV.
Was that the last time? I think that's what I wanted the last time. Was off.
That was a long time ago. No, I thought you won it at maybe
that makes sense about right because I had it for almost like 200 days. I think that's when I won it off you. It was off a TV show one. It was like the was it this SCU?
Yeah, it was something.
And then they broke up or something.
Yeah,
I feel like it's somewhere around there.
Yeah. So far, no changes, James, to the Garden show. But again, I don't think it starts till 7 anyway. So
doors are open. Hopefully, Veer is coming there tonight. Everyone will see Veer in action. I mean,
to bring up the Revolution card right now.
All right, so this is how we do it. Title is on the line. We do confidence points. There are 12 matches in total, 3 on the buy-in, 9 on the main card. So we will have our confidence points ranging 12 all the way down to 1. Your most confident one, you put 12 on that, and you can only use the number once, all the way down to your least confident, which would be 1. And then whoever has the most at the end is the winner.
Simple, easy peasy. Oh, and in a result of a possible tie, we will pick our match length for
Adam Cole, Hangman Page.
Yeah. Yes. That is if we have the same picks.
They will be that will get made on like during the pay-per-view if it's going to come down to it.
We will tweet those out.
Tweet out the but hopefully. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work because, like you said, these pay-per-views are pretty difficult. But I'm going to start off here. We got this first match, and you have the honors here first.
Okay.
Whatever you prefer more. We have. We'll throw it up here.
We're picking. Oh, all right. So this is what we're doing.
We have the first match of the buy-in. Legit Layla Hirsch versus Chris Statlander. Let me throw this back up. But what do you want to do here? Would you like to make your pick first? Would you like to
as a champion, I will go first because I am the champion and all. And the champion. So I'm not gonna lie. I don't know much about this Layla Hirsch chick. Okay. Didn't know she was legit. If she is that legit, she's gonna win, right?
Right.
That's what I'm. So with that being said, I'm going to. How many points do we have? 12, right?
12. That is true.
I'm gonna put fucking. About 6 on Chris Statlander. Go 6 on Chris Statlander.
6.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 6.
All right. So with this one, I don't know much about this. I've seen like Statlander said something about like made fun of like Hirsch for being an orphan or something like which is not nice.
See, like this is so unfair because you watch this shit.
No, that's what I said. I don't know. That was just a promo package that they aired where I heard that. Also at the same time, Statlander's kind of established, I feel, in the company. Hirsch. I feel like she hasn't had like a legit win in the company. Again, I don't know why. I'm not going to ramble on about it because I only have 2 confidence points on this, but I'm going to go with Hirsch with 2 confidence points. So we're different.
Wow, it's crazy. I could lose the title by the first match of the fucking.
Statlander could easily. Again, I'm just going off of literally the 2 things that I know about this. I haven't really watched much of their stuff. I just know that video package and that the face apparently in all this made fun of the one girl being an orphan. So that's not good. Revenge, but confidence points low.
James, who is Russian? He's saying don't put over the Russian. Who's Russian?
I'm only assuming.
If Chris Statlander's Russian, then we may have a problem. I have to change my answer.
Well, we can't put this into effect. Even with UFC and stuff, I mean, sometimes dudes from Russia who fight can fight.
That's UFC. That's different. Different. What we got next?
All right, we're gonna go up to the second match here. We have House of Black versus Penta, Pac, and Redbeard.
I don't feel like writing that all down, so I'm gonna put
HOB. You do
HOB versus the other team.
So I'm gonna do this one. I'll start off.
Yeah.
That's another one towards the end. The Hirsch was one of them. Like, these were one of the last ones I filled in, like 1 through 4, where the last few I didn't have filled in. I have 1 on this just because it's one of those matches where, like, this is Buddy Murphy's first pay-per-view match. Technically, I know it's a buy-in. Same for Redbeard. I just feel like it's a toss-up, but I'm just going to go with the more established team. I'm going to go with House of Black, and I got 1 confident point on that.
Interesting. So I was like, man, Eric Redbeard making his in-ring debut. And I was like, there's no way he loses. But then I was like, oh, damn. Buddy Matthews is also making his in-ring debut. There's no way he loses. So I'm also going HOB, and I am putting 5 on them.
Damn.
I am risking a lot on this buy-in.
On your 1 risking, there's 1 more on the buy-in. And if there was any I thought you were risking on the buy-in, I did not think you would be using anything higher than maybe a 4, except for 1 match on the pre-show. And I'm shocked.
I mean, do we reserve the right to change point totals, or are we done?
Whatever. I mean, if you want to make them,
because like I'm thinking about 4 for Statlander, not a 6. But I don't have a problem putting 5 or what I'm about to put on this one.
Well, you know, it's time for it. Let's throw them up there, beautiful son of a bitch. They are sending Hook. This man is main event in the buy-in. I'm only assuming. And we got Hook. We got QT Marshall. I love that. This is so like his promo picture in this is him wearing a bowling shirt. Like, he doesn't even have wrestling gear on. This is so obvious. Who we going with here?
So if you listen to this show or watch it, for the privileged ones, I don't like Hook. I don't think he's done a damn thing to deserve all your love. This is why AEW is such a corrupt company. So here's what I'm going to do. For a grand total, I can't stand this guy. For a grand total of 12 points, I am putting it all on QT Marshall.
No, you're not.
To lose. Yeah, I am.
To lose. Okay, yeah, I was going to say.
Hook, 12 points. And I'm changing Statlander to 4 points. I'm doing it. That's it.
Right,
That's still good. 4 points on
Statlander.
Statlander.
Statlander, you got 4, and HOB you had
5. I have 5 on
5.
HOB.
Hook, you have 12, and come on, yes, obviously, I have 12 on Hook as well.
12.
12 could have been mixed around with maybe 2 or 3 other matches, but
See, I don't think it could have, to be honest. Maybe, yeah. No, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
potentially. I think actually maybe potentially more I have confidence in, but all right. So that is the pre-show, the buy-in match.
I'm riding on that pre-show.
So let's get into. Let me see how. I think I might just click down, just do them as they are, the way they're here. All right. Well, we'll save the title matches for the 2 main title matches for the end.
Okay.
We have first the TBS champion.
The
Jade
finals of the TBS Championship Tournament. The quarterfinals or the finals.
Jade versus Tay Conti. Is this me? Am I starting this one off?
This is you.
This is the other one this is the other one I could have swapped out and threw a 12 spot on this. Yeah, this is no question. Jade retains. And I got 11 on this one.
I also have 11 on Jade. It's just
It's
too simple. It's too simple.
See, that was an easy one.
It's good. We're having a great time.
All right. Right on to the next one then. We will do the 3-way tag match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship titles. We have Jungle Express defending against Young Bucks, Red Dragon. Who you got?
And all right, so I spent a lot of time on these or on certain ones, and this was one of them, but of the 3, this was the least amount I spent time on. If there were betting odds on this, I feel like there would be plus odds on Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. However, I don't think they've had a long enough reign. And there's this dissension between Red Dragon and Young Bucks. I know it's every team for himself, but I feel like the story with the Red Dragon and the Young Bucks goes more beyond the tag titles. I mean, of course, they could always put it on one of them, and then they could feud between the tag titles. So I'm gonna go low, but I'm gonna go Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, and I'm gonna put 3 on them.
You touched on a lot of the points I was probably gonna hit on. The fact that they kind of have this. I think they're each going to be in each other's way. Bucks, Red Dragon, and this will lead to Jungle Express retaining and going on to just plenty of tag teams they can go after. And I just don't think for now the title is going to be involved with the Bucks and all that. So I think, they retain. I got 7 on them retaining.
7. Okay.
All right. Moving on. We have Eddie Kingston, Chris Jericho. All right. Well, with this one, I just think I think Eddie Kingston needs to win the big one, and I think this is I don't know. We've all seen the body transformation photos of Chris Jericho going around. It's fantastic. But I think Eddie Kingston needs to win this one, and I think they can continue with the whole breaking of the inner circle. I don't know. I don't think Jericho winning this match is the right idea with doing this feud the way they're doing it. I think if it's continued or not or whatever, this is the end of it. I think Eddie Kingston needs to win this match. So I have 8 confidence points on Eddie Kingston.
He lost to Punk, right?
Yes.
What other matches has he had on pay-per-view?
Punk didn't lose. Punk hasn't lost what except MJF technically off like a
Yeah. All right. So with that being said, I'll go Kingston because I agree. I feel like this isn't Jericho's to win. He has that whole inner circle business going on. I don't care how good Jericho looks. I'll put 6 on Kingston. I'll put my 6 that I had on Statlander, and I'll put it on.
Nice. That's I think that's definitely the better choice because that's Statlander match. I still think 4 is too high. I have no idea about that. We know nothing about that.
I know, which is why I kind of didn't want to do the buy-in, but I felt like it would have.
I felt like it would have been a lot easier because I feel like the Statlander match, the House of Black match are both toss-ups. The only one is the Hook match is a layup. So that I don't know, but we're on opposing sides for it. It'll change it up a little bit. All right, we are going.
This is going to be done by 7:15 with the way we're going. It'll get harder though. It's going to get harder.
Let's do the face of Revolution. This is now missing one, which I believe it's Christian Cage.
Oh, so they added one.
Yeah, he was wrestling. He wrestled Ethan Page for like the spot, and then I think are they doing a surprise person as well?
I don't hear anything.
I don't know, just because there's 2 ladders there, and one like Christian Cage should be in front of, and I feel like there should be 8 people. Or
I mean, I could
is that 7 people?
I could definitely look at it right here.
I thought I saw, but regardless, I don't think.
Oh my god! Whoa!
I don't think it matters.
Let's see.
Yeah, you're starting.
Keith Lee, Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, Orange Cassidy, and Christian Cage. That's
so it is
all
just
that I got here. So right. Oh my god!
I don't know. For some reason, I could have sworn I heard there was a TBD.
I mean, that's kind of a big deal. You know? It's me.
It is you.
It's me.
Yeah.
I just don't see how they, even with they don't seem like they're not the kind of company that like debut somebody and has them win this kind of match. I think you have something real good with Wardlow, and with everything going on, like a lot of I guess rumors and innuendos about WWE being very high on Wardlow, and you want to keep Wardlow happy. You could. I'm thinking Wardlow. And I'm going to put 7 on Wardlow.
I like it. I, too, am on that side with you. I think it just makes sense with they're building it up. They had that little segment with MJF the other night with I'm always helping you win. He said he'd let him keep the title if he wins it. And I think not to move ahead, but I think with Wardlow winning this, this kind of sets up with something that's going to happen with the MJF CM Punk match later on, in which that can move in that direction. I think, other people, I think, like Keith Lee being there, and it's like, oh, he debuts, and if he doesn't win, I think they've been setting up Ricky Starks and Keith Lee. Ricky Starks is the FTW champion, and I'm sure they can somehow loop that into Keith Lee being in a program with the FTW title, maybe potentially winning that. So he has something he can do right from here. So I don't think it hurts him. And then everyone else in the match, I just don't see. I think Wardlow's going to end up being the TNT champion. It's inevitable. They're going to tell this story, I think, the way it should be told. And yeah, Wardlow. So I'm going to throw 5 on it.
Good for you.
What did you have? 7?
7. I had 7.
All right. Let's see here. Let's do this one. We have Hardy, Andrade, Isaiah Cassidy versus Sammy Guevara, your TNT champion, Darby Allin, and his dad Sting.
What am I calling that? What am I calling that? Like 6-man tag match?
I like that. HOFAO.
Trio, HOFA versus Sting's family.
I go first on this one.
Okay.
I'm definitely taking Sting's family on this one. I think this is another one I was like almost like really confident in. We got the champions on the side of Sting, and it's Sting and his kids are going to want to make him proud. So, yeah, give me the Sting family order for 10 confidence points.
I'm going 11.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I'm going to one-up you. No, I lied. I put 11 on Jade, apparently. So,
oh, yeah, I was just going to say that, actually.
I have you. And you put 11 on Jade, too. So, yeah, I'll go fucking 10 then. There you go.
That's a cool number.
Is there any others I forgot to cross out?
It's a cool ass number.
Doesn't look like it.
All right, we got what? 3 left here.
I got 4 on my
4 left here. That is correct. We have 4 left here.
4,
and we're gonna do.
Go.
This one. Moxley, right. Bryan Danielson. This one I sat and pondered for a while, and I wrote down who I was gonna take, and I still don't know if it's right. I feel like I don't know. I'll explain why I did what I did, but you go first.
Also, one that I pondered on quite a while. Probably the longest that I've pondered on any match before in my life. Because I don't know. This has shenanigans written all over it. It's got no contest written all over it. It's got time limit draw written all over it. But I don't want to be that guy either. I want to pick somebody to win this match. And you got the whole storyline. Hey, team up with us. Or, hey, don't team up with us. Or, hey, let's bleed together. Possibly transfer some type of disease onto us. This is going to be a banger. It really is. I'm really excited to watch it illegally. So
allegedly,
sorry. I'm going to go with a very low number here. I'm going to put 1 point.
Low. Flow rider low.
Going very low. 1 point, and I'm I'm gonna go Danielson. I'm gonna go put 1 point on Danielson just because, like, I feel like if he has a good showing, they're gonna do the Moxley Danielson team up. I think they will. I think they know people want it, and I think Danielson wins. I just don't try to change my mind. I think Danielson wins.
If they do, so if Bryan Danielson wins like dirty, does like Jon Moxley want to be on a team with someone who like cheated to win? Thinking on that in that terms, I was thinking. If he just loses clean to Bryan Danielson, I guess you could be like, oh yeah, like show respect. And I don't know, every single part of me is leaning towards picking Danielson, and I did not. I ended up I'm taking Moxley. I don't know why. There's no like, I don't have any logic behind it. This is literally just a coin toss to me. I feel like whatever they can do, whatever they're gonna do with this, they can do. I feel either way with basically it's a coin flip, and I'm going with Moxley. Comeback pay-per-view match. I know Danielson hasn't had like really any big, huge wins. Like he's had draws against Omega and Hangman and then lost to Hangman. So, I mean, I guess you're kind of right. I don't know. But you have one confident. I have 3 on Mox. Stayed low.
It's pretty high for this match. I feel like that's high for this match.
Yeah, it was they were like I had 4 left not filled in at the end, which was going to be 1, 2, 3, and yeah, 1 coming up still. My 4. All the other ones I filled, all other 8 ones I filled in real quick. Like that's 12, that's 11, that's 10, that's 9. And then those last couple 4, I was a little torn on.
I agree.
All right, we have the dog collar match. CM Punk, MJF. And this is and now we have, if it all plays out, we have Wardlow. You're gonna have a future TNT title match opportunity. Part of me thinks that something dirty could go down. I mean, maybe he's waiting to get the diamond ring from Wardlow. Somehow give it to me. Doesn't give it to him. This leads to somehow maybe a GTS victory for CM Punk, and Punk moves on. I don't know if he's going to be next up to get a title shot. I feel like it. If not, because he hasn't really lost it all recently. I feel like he's up there in the rankings, and these big pay-per-views. I mean, the main event's something big, and CM Punk doesn't have to win, but I could see them doing maybe like a Hangman CM Punk. I don't know. I don't know if MJF. I don't know what they're gonna do. They could. That's the thing. They have many options, and if it doesn't happen now, it's gonna happen inevitably. But I'm gonna go with CM Punk on this, and I got 6.
Whoa.
I think this ends this is gonna end it for now. I think they're both going. I think they're doing the MJF Wardlow thing is now going to be next up. I think this. I could be wrong, obviously.
Well, we've had a lot of fun here today. Here's the thing with everything that you've said. you picking Punk means that AEW is gonna do classic AEW and 50-50 book their superstars.
This doesn't have to be the end. This can continue down the line, but just for now, I feel like, and again, isn't that kind of like if, say this something happens with Wardlow, where if Wardlow is usually, if he's at ringside or something, and he tries to get I don't know. I just see like something like that happening, which sets up what he's doing next. And I just think I don't know. I think it's time for it to, it's been a great feud. It's probably been one of the best feuds they've done in the company so far. I think it might just end for now.
This is like Punk came back to help the young talent, elevate them. And you don't do any of that to the hottest heel in the business if you beat him. You don't.
You're a champ. Go with it. I don't really think MJF should lose at all. I think when we talked about this a while ago, I said this should all end regardless. Like MJF wins this feud. I remember saying that. But here I am. If this
no, I like you. It makes sense though, but I also think like are our brains so accustomed to the 50-50 booking that WWE does that we're letting it come over to the AEW side? I don't want to do that. I want that to happen. I don't feel like giving this back already. But I can see why Punk would win because he just got busted the fuck open and beat the shit out of.
Did you write down your picks prior and you have MJF written down?
No, I don't. I write them down as we go.
Oh, so you don't know? You just think?
No, literally, I didn't know this was a secret. Yeah, I don't really like. I'll run through the card in my head before we go, but I won't have it down on paper until we do the show.
Yeah, I have to write them down and just go instantly. The ones I somehow just go. I count down the highest and go to a certain point, and I go, okay. Now
I don't do when I even look over them. I don't do anything with the points until right now. I don't do anything with the points.
Yeah, that's too much. I need to have it already done so I don't have to think extra.
Punk literally just got his ass beat, and that's other WWE logic. If you get your ass beat on the go home show, you're gonna win on the pay-per-view. I'm sticking with that. I'm going Punk, and I'm going 2 points. I'm going 2 points.
Nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
We have 2 matches left. We're going to do...
I don't like having these high numbers left.
We're going to have... I feel like we're going to have let's save that one. Because, I mean, we could have the same on both, but let's do this. Hangman Adam Page versus Adam Cole. Bad.
I mean, Young Bucks and Red Dragon have to get involved in this match, I feel like. And I feel like there's a lot of animosity between those two teams and Adam Cole. Then there's the history with the Young Bucks and then Hangman Page. I am going to put the 9th spot on the current AEW World Champion Hangman Page. I don't think he loses to Adam Cole, even though I don't think Adam Cole should be taking any pins. Going to Hangman.
With a 10?
With a 9.
With a 9. And I'm right there with you. Exact same. I have Hangman with 9. Yeah, it's not time. It's not time for the end yet.
Not yet.
We've had some fun. We've had some bangers put on. He's had
all that hoopla winning the title. It ain't gonna end it
yet. Yeah, I mean, we had Kenny, Bryan Danielson, Lance Archer. He's just been putting bangers on nonstop. So
this is bangers.
Let's continue with that. And we have our final pick to make. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, defending her AEW Women's Championship against Thunder Rosa. This is I start to I'm gonna close out the final one. This is one of the ones I left blank towards the end. So far out of those 4, I've already said them. So if we're doing the number thing, I only have a 4 left.
That is correct.
I will be putting 4 points. All right. I believe they are doing a show in a few weeks of St. Patty's Day. I think it's Shamrock, something they're doing. It is Thunder Rosa's hometown in which that show is happening. So part of me was thinking, hey, there could be shenanigans in this match. Britt could cheat to win, and there could be a rematch in about a week, 2 weeks, and maybe she could win it in her hometown in front. But I think maybe that appearance is going to be a celebration of already being the AEW Women's Champion. I don't know. I think it's happening. I think it's time. She's inevitably going to be a huge face. I'm going Thunder Rosa with 4 points.
You're a piece of shit.
Bitch. You
realize that you're a piece of shit. And here's why you're a piece of shit. I had all that same exact logic. I had the same exact logic. I was like, yo, St. Patty's Day is happening. They could possibly do the rematch there. But I just don't we love DMD on this show. We are huge supporters of the 2 jobs and, making a name for yourself and just doing good things. But it's Thunder Rosa time, man. So by default, I'm putting 8 points on Thunder Rosa.
Nice. Yeah, and this is going against WWE logic here because we saw her get the clean win on Dynamite. So
you did, I didn't.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening.
We're doing it. That's it.
I had one more. I felt like I had one more point with that match, and it completely just slipped my mind. I wish it came back to me.
It's okay. So, I mean, from the looks of it, what we got, we differed on 2. But I think, the pre-show is kind of where it's at.
Is it altogether just, it's just 2?
Yeah, it's just 2, and those are the most points that we put on it. I mean, you put 3 on Moxley, but I only put 1 on Danielson, then I got 4 on Statlander, you got 2 on Hirsch. So it looks like, loser will be, I don't know. If it's basically like if I lose, then I lose. Because I only got 1 on Danielson.
So it's going to come down to the Hirsch match.
Yeah.
The Moxley match. And they're the only 2, right?
Yeah, those are the only 2.
For low points. So, unless one of our big pointers goes down, which loses,
that won't be even so.
Because they all cancel out, kind of. So it's really going to go down to
the very first match of the night. Not even on the pay-per-view. We're defending this, and in typical Butler fashion, I'm going to lose the title on I'm going to lose the title on free YouTube.
Don't you say that. Don't you say that. But it could potentially happen. It would give me an early, maybe 2-0 lead. But then you could also get screwed also on the pre-show because you have 5 on House of Black, and if they somehow are just like, let's let Redbeard win. He just came back Friday.
You have House of Black too.
But I only have one on it.
Yeah, but I don't feel like that's going to screw me. I feel like Chris Statlander's going to screw me.
That's 5 points. If House of Black loses, that's a fiver.
Are you saying if KS and House of Black lose?
I'm saying if like Statlander loses and then House of Black loses.
Yeah, that's 9 points right there. I'm done. But yeah, no, you're right.
That would be an interesting pay-per-view watch if that occurred.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's not out of the realm of possibility either way. Both could happen. This buy-in's everything.
The buy-in is everything. So that's one reason to buy in. To find out where these bad boys are going.
Should we do that? Are you around tomorrow night? Should we do the first hour?
Yeah, we might as well.
We should pull it. I think maybe
I can get out on time.
If you're around for it, I was like that. If it's gonna be at least, and then we can pop off and watch the pay-per-view. But we should that first hour. If we're gonna have some interesting. that hurt legit. We're gonna see if she's legit or not.
Oh man,
she's that alien chick's gonna win.
Oh man,
shit.
That'll be interesting.
All right. Before we do jaBROni of the week, do we have any MSG updates? The doors are open. Is the popcorn fresh? Do we have?
And so yeah, I've been refreshing, and I'm just getting a whole bunch of selfies. Nobody's really covering it.
Piece of shit.
Somebody said they are selling New York 316 shirts with a smoking skull on the back. That's certainly evocative. Little do they know, they do that for every city that they go to. I have the same one.
Stupid.
Bunch of selfies. Doesn't look like the show's even started yet.
Is Cody there?
Dumbass kids. Some dumbass kid up on the entranceway. He might be important.
We need the answer. Is anybody dressed like Stardust?
I don't see anybody.
Fuck.
Somebody's New York City bound with his babe. A lot of babe pictures. A lot of babe. Somebody from the UK is in New York for a live show.
They're here to see Cody.
They're here
to Cody. Show us your Codys.
Date night, baby woo. No.
We want to see Cody come out and get squashed by Brock.
Somebody tweeted at Ric Flair, the MSG crowd is yelling, woo, you're sorely missed, and we wish you all the best because you are the GOAT. And then someone said that we're here for the GOATs. Someone's from Chile. Someone came from Chile all the way to New York. Crazy. Somebody took a fucking wild-ass picture. It's crazy. No, it doesn't look like there's updates.
Right.
It seems like maybe it's an 8 o'clock start. I'm sorry, everyone.
This is not your fault. All right, let's do it.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jaBROni.
All right, jaBROni of the week. Recently, we've been in agreement for.
Were we in agreement last week?
I believe it was Tobias Harris. Oh, that was sad. Also, and then I was joking around this week. The same thing happened, but it happened with Embiid, and we're not going to do that to him. He's
again, he puts up.
He's untouchable.
He puts up a lot of points.
Do you have one instantly?
Sorry, I'm like doing stuff, but I have one. I came across this picture. I'm sorry, as I was Twitter gazing. The CYN shit's really weird. I came across a picture of EC3 with a microphone in his hand and some guy next to him, shirtless, on his knees with a mask on. People watching. It's probably nothing, but it looks like something. Anyway, I have a jaBROni of the week, and sticking into the sports world, we're gonna go ahead and just nail Robert Manfred on the jaBROni of the week award. You're a piece of shit. If you don't know him, he's the MLB commissioner, probably the worst one. And because of you, we are no longer having opening day when it's originally scheduled. Probably won't have a good chunk of baseball this year. And as a fan of the team that has the reigning, defending, undisputed National League MVP on that team and wasting a lot of prime years, it's Manfred, you're a piece of shit. Okay, that's it's really all that boils down to. Come up with a deal, and some of the stuff that was on the table and the reason we couldn't get an agreement down is pretty wild. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I was like, oh, they can't agree on the size of the bases because they're trying to make the bases bigger. Like, that's a reason. Like, they couldn't agree on that. I think they're trying to expand the playoffs. They couldn't agree on that. I think they're trying to figure out the pitch clock. They're trying to agree on that. Like, can anything not be sacred anymore? Like, do we need a pitch clock? Is anyone not in it for the long haul for the baseball games? It's almost like the same thing with WrestleMania. Why do we move to 2 nights? Nobody not get excited over the 8-hour extravaganza that is WrestleMania. Because I do. You know what I did when I was a kid? When I was 10 years old. 10 years old. You know what I did? WrestleMania came around, WrestleMania 2000. And they had WrestleMania all day on pay-per-view. And it was they were at fan access. I remember it was Michael Cole, it was Ivory. They were talking about each individual WrestleMania and the backstory to it, and it perfectly led into WrestleMania 2000. You know what I did that day? I didn't leave my house. It was in April, I think. I didn't leave my house. I watched pay-per-view all day. WrestleMania. I watched that and I didn't get tired of it. Why do we need a pitch clock in baseball? Why do we need a time limit? Why do we need a limit of manager visits? Why do we need the batter or the pitcher needs to face 3 batters minimum? Why do we need any of that garbage? Why can't we have some sacred stuff? Why can't we keep the game as it is? We change the game all the time, whether it's football, baseball. I'm sure basketball has had its changes. Hockey, I think, is the only one that doesn't have the changes. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe hockey's bitched out too. Bottom line is Robert, or is it Rod? No, Roger's NFL. Robert is the MLB, and you, sir, are jaBROni of the week. Get these people on the field so I can watch baseball and I can lose money on baseball because I'm tired of losing it on basketball.
You gotta come back.
Thank you. Come back. I want Bryce. I want the Phillies. I want to watch the Phillies. But on a lighter note on this rather dark edition of jaBROni of the Week, it was announced on yesterday, maybe Thursday, I don't know, that in the upcoming MLB The Show video game, that not only was Ryan Howard an added legend, but now it's Chase Utley in the game. So now I can, since there is a lockout and the rosters won't be updated, again, thanks, Robert, I can be like, you know what? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to play with the real roster, and I could put Rollins, I could put Victorino, I could put Cole Hamels, I could put Roy Oswalt, I could put Cliff Lee, Ryan Howard, Chase Utley, all of them on one team and just wreak havoc with them. Okay, and I'm almost having the 2008 team in the game. So there's light at the end of the tunnel. But no, Robert, sir, jaBROni of the week. Thank you.
It's excellent. Mine's something that's always bothered me, and mine's kind of light this week. It's something on Twitter. It's something I can't stand. I don't understand why people give a shit about it at all. But it's people who tweet and they like to reach a certain amount of followers, like almost at 5,000 or help me get to. I cannot stand it. It's something I don't care about at all personally. And every time I just see someone tweet out, "Oh, help me get to," just like, would you stop? Do you really like if you live your life by followers on Twitter or whatnot, that like if that's your end all be all, that's if that's how you measure, I guess, your success to you, that's not good. That's not good. So I don't understand the whole I don't know, just whoring yourself out like help me get to get other it always grinds my gears. So for some reason, people who tweet out and say like help me get to a certain number or blah 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 whatnot,
Yeah.
they're my jabroni of the week. Dorks.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jabroni.
That's fantastic. All right. Well, that's about it for us. I mean, you guys can check out all things jaBROnis at bodyslam.net. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcast and whatnot. Leave your reviews, likes, subscribes, all that. You can check out the merch store in the description for the episode you're listening to. If you're watching this, it's in there. Check it out. We are going to be hopefully tomorrow. We'll try to do the buy-in. Do a little jib jab before hanging out and just watching the pay-per-view. Besides that, oh yeah, I don't think we'd put it out there. I haven't, but coming up, we have it's about a month away or so. We did a jaBROni cast. We did it for Elimination Chamber. Well, it gets bigger. I mean, it's jaBROni Mania, and we're returning now. We have night one. jaBROni cast is returning. We are Saturday, April 2nd. We will start at 7 p.m. We ain't missing nothing. We're not gonna start after there's pre-show matches. We're gonna catch everything. Followed night two. Sunday, April 3rd, we will be back, 7 p.m. Hopefully with a different array of guests joining us throughout the night if they are available or if not, we're definitely going to be there bullshitting throughout WrestleMania, night one and dos. So look for that. They were probably going to be scheduled soon on the YouTube, so click it, reminders and bells and what's nots. You follow your jaBROni world champion, Madcap jaBROni over there. I'm happy jaBROni. I just realized that we did not talk about Happy Corbin at all, so we just need to mention we love him. I'm actually wearing socks, Corbin socks. I don't know. I can't get them all the way up, but it's definitely Baron Corbin socks. Hold on. Are they my Hot Bobby socks? Nah. They're King Corbin socks. Corbin's awesome. Madcap Moss is also awesome. Very disappointed he's not in the video game. I forgot about it, and then I remembered it today. And I just started texting you random questions about 2K22.
I mean, yeah, you should, because there's a lot of wild ass decisions being made about that roster.
My follow-up question to what was is Walter Gunther?
Walter's Walter.
That's an easy fix. They'll probably update that immediately. That's just a name thing. Oh no, there's a Titantron and everything.
Yeah, I don't think they would. Even if there wasn't, I don't think they would update it. They're not big on updating the game live like that.
I'm pumped that Johnny Curtis is in the game still.
I
forgot that.
That's gonna be that's big.
That ruins it. I'm not gonna play as anybody else. Never gonna be able to experience anybody. Fuck him and Corbin.
I just hope they got scanned, and they look as good as everybody in that game looks, because the game looks fucking incredible.
Happy Corbin, the entire time, his entrance was him coming out and like Madcap running into him and jumping. Like, how are they doing that without him? He's been around. He was fighting underground for Shane McMahon. He's been with everybody. He's scanned everywhere. He should have every part of his body should be scanned.
Long. I mean, I could check for you right now.
Fucking scan him.
What's his name? Madcap.
Madcap. I thought I was looking at the roster list. I was looking for Riddick. I thought maybe they changed up his name.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's not on there. He's not on there.
It's not good.
It's unfortunate. I know.
All right. Well,
you got MGK though. You got MGK. Don't worry. You got
I'm
MGK.
angry. That's just
got MGK. Okay. Got MGK, and you got the Road Dog. Raul Mendoza, never heard of him, but there he is.
We're gonna get it. It comes out Friday.
Comes out Tuesday if you pre-ordered it, which I did. Comes out Friday if you didn't.
I didn't pre-order it.
I got the NWO for Life edition. You know, I spent that extra chunk of change only to get Eric Bischoff, Hogan, Nash, Hall, Six, Undertaker, Lord of Darkness, Undertaker, Phantom Mask, Undertaker, Boner Yard, Rey Mysterio, 96 Starcade.
Boner Yard Taker?
Yeah, Boner Yard Taker.
Did you get the hard copy you're going to pick up, or are you getting the download?
No, I download all my stuff. I don't have the room for the cases, you know.
I wonder if I can do that. Is it still available to like get it?
Yeah, you could do it at like the fucking stroke of midnight or before. No big deal.
And that's a pre-order. I put it Tuesday.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you don't have the chunk of change, I wouldn't spend the chunk of change. I mean, I think the price is different on PS4 if you have a PS4. PS5, it's well over a hundo for the.
I got the PS4 is the one I use, but the kid's got the PS5, so I don't know. And I'm under his account, so
I mean, if your kid's got like $120, you know, hey, get the splurge for the NWO for Life.
I don't care about them. I'll just get the normal one. I want a add-on for.
Oh, that's the thing. That's the thing, because like I think it's like you gotta get the
one of the big ones to get it early.
Bigger ones to get it early. Yeah,
I can wait. I can wait.
Yeah, I can.
I'll just get the normal. And then they're better. I better be able to get Madcap Moss on Friday as soon as it comes out. Update, Happy Edition.
I'm telling you, they don't do it like that. They don't do it.
I'm gonna tell them how they run this.
They don't do it like that.
All right.
Yeah, they don't do it like that.
All right.
All right. So you have to get the deluxe edition or the NWO for Life edition to get it on Tuesday. There you go.
These motherfuckers.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the buy-in. If you're listening and you're not going to check that out, we'll see you next week with, I don't know, maybe a new jaBROni World Champion. Maybe not.
Fucking hope not.
jaBROnis. Out.
jaBROni, jaBRONI, XYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.